Welcome to Cornell Field at Sterling State University for Francis University Baseball. Tonight your Patriots take on the Panthers of Claflin University. Tonight is the Sea of Red contest for the Patriot baseball program. Athletic program here at Francis Parents have won the Sea of Red contest, as will all the other student athletes. Wear their Sea of Red shirts and come out and support their fellow student athletes. Running down the Claflin University lineup, batting first and second base, Jonathan Parnell. Batting second and right field, Darryl Langston. Batting third and shortstop, William Fowler. Cleanup spots, center fielder, James Devine. Batting fifth and first base, Eric McElvey. Batting sixth and left field, Craig Hopkins. Batting seventh, Harold Smith. Batting eighth, Irving Woods. Batting ninth, Blake Brown. And on the mound for the Panthers tonight, Eric Gary, the senior lefty. Number 3 record, .443. Starting pitcher for Francis Parent tonight is freshman right-hander Austin Roseberry. Austin enters tonight's contest with a 2-1 record, a 5.85 ERA. He'll be making his 5th start and his 16th appearance on the mound. He's tossed 32 1/3 innings, allowed 40 hits, 1 earned, walked 11 batters, and struck out 7. And opponents are batting 308. Your umpires tonight behind home plate, Brian and on the bases, Jared Schroeder. Patriot defense tonight. The outfield from left to right, Stephen Cox, Gage Taylor, and Cole Hennett. Around the infield at third base, Alex Griffith. At shortstop, C.J. Mackinson. Second base, Patrick Jackson. And at first base, Trey Chapman. Behind the plate, senior catcher, William Robbins. Stepping in to lead off the contest for Claflin is second baseman Jonathan Parnell. Parnell is a native of Florence. Named to Claflin, he has batting .377, 3 homers, 1 RBIs, 8 of First pitch at 6:01 Eastern Time. Parnell fouls that offering off. Count now. Right side, and the Claflin leadoff man is aboard with a single. That'll bring up the right fielder, senior Darryl Langston. Langston leads the Panthers in thrown out, 9 runners attempting to steal this year. It's 4-4. 77 degrees here at Sparrow Stadium. Overcast skies. Winds out of the west at 21 miles per hour. The rain was supposed to come through the area today. Never materialized here on campus. It's out already here at Sparrow Stadium. I expect you to see it ready. Has a .348 on base percentage. Roseberry this year, right-handers are batting .316 against him and left-handers .281. It's low for ball 2. And Fowler is ahead in the count. Tonight, the first of 3 broadcasts here on the Patriots Sports Network in 4 days. Ball's hitting the air to Gage Taylor in center field. Almost in his tracks, makes the catch for the second out. We'll be back on the air Friday night at 6 o'clock as Francis Marion opens a 3-game Peach Belt Conference Series against local rival UNC Pembroke. And we'll also be back on the air Saturday at 2 o'clock, the same 2 squads, Francis Marion and UNC Pembroke. Center fielder Jalen Spurl steps in. The sophomore is batting .327, has 1 home run and 17 RBIs. He bats with 2 outs and the runner still on first base. The 1-0 from Roseberry. Swung on and missed. Count now even at 1-1. Off-speed pitch hitting the air to the right side. Jackson back out on the outfield grass, makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Panthers are retired after getting a leadoff single. We've played half an inning, no score between Francis Marion and Claflin. You're listening to FMU Baseball on the Patriots Sports Network. Back at Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium as the Patriots prepare to bat here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Running down the Francis Marion lineup tonight, batting leadoff, second baseman Patrick Jackson. Batting second in center field, Gage Taylor. Batting third at shortstop, C.J. Mackinson. Behind the plate and batting cleanup, William Robbins. Batting fifth in right field, Cole Hinnett. Batting sixth at first base, Trey Chapman. Batting seventh at third base, Alex Griffith. Batting eighth, the DH, T. Dubose. Batting ninth, the left fielder, Stephen Cox. Patriots will be facing senior left-hander Aaron Perry. Again, Perry with an 0-3 record. He'll be making his 7th appearance and his 5th start this season. He's pitched 16 1/3 innings, fanned 9, walked 10, and allowed 32 hits. Opponents are batting .400 against him. As a team this year, Francis Marion hitting .303 against left-handers. Patrick Jackson will lead off for the Patriots. Jackson, wielding the hot bat as of late, has his average up over 300 now at .306. No home runs, 1 RBI. On-base percentage of .382. This is his 22nd game of the season and his 13th start. First pitch from Perry to Jackson. Outside corner, called strike one. The Panther outfield from left to right, Hopkins, Sproul, and Langston. Around the infield from third to first will be Woods, Fowler, Parnell, and McElveen. Perry on the mound with Malik Brown behind the plate. The 2-1 from Perry. Misses outside, count now 3-1. And Jackson draws a leadoff walk. That'll bring up the center fielder, Gage Taylor. Taylor batting .322, 1 home runs, and a team-high 28 RBIs. And if you've been following Patriot baseball, you know that Taylor is riding a 19-game hitting streak. Soft toss chases Patrick Jackson back to first base. Jackson just 1 of 1 in the stolen base category this season. In the box, Gage Taylor, a junior from South Lebanon, Ohio, product of Kings High School, attended Ohio Dominican and USC Sumter before arriving here in Florence. It's hit in the air to right center field. Sproul over, makes the running catch. Jackson had already rounded second base. He has to re-tag, but slides safely back into first base. So Taylor gave it a ride, but Sproul was equal to the task, roaming over to right center field. And that'll bring up the shortstop, C.J. Mackinson. Mackinson, a junior, batting .310, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs, and a .387 on-base percentage. The threat of rain today postponed the Francis Marion men's and women's tennis matches with Queen's University of Charlotte. They will now be played on Friday, April 13th at 2 o'clock on the Kasab courts. Jackson was running on the pitch, but Mackinson fouls it back. Brown behind the plate for Claflin. 16 runners have attempted to steal against it this season. He has nabbed 2 of those. The 0-1. Mackinson squares around but takes outside for ball 1. Claflin University is located in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and is the alma mater of our director, Stacy Davis. Mackinson hits it in the air to left field. Hopkins back to the track, to the wall. That is all. Home run, C.J. Mackinson. And the Patriots take a quick 2-0 lead. Mackinson with his team-leading 5th long ball of the season. RBIs 18 and 19. Tail of the tape, 371 feet on that blast to left field. Robbins hits that on the line to left field, drops in front of the left fielder for a base hit. Robbins came into the game batting .295 with 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. And so with 1 out, and the Patriots already ahead 2-0, Francis Marion has another runner on first base, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Cole Hinnett. The junior's batting .266, no home runs, 9 RBIs, and a .360 on base percentage. Perry chases Robbins back to first base. Robbins just 0 of 1 in the stolen base category during the 2018 campaign. From the stretch, pitch is high. Count goes to 2-1 to Robbins. Excuse me, to Hinnett, the Patriot right fielder. These two programs have met 14 times previously, with the Patriots being victorious in all 14 of those contests. Hinnett hits it in the air to shallow right field. Langston's in, squeezes for the second out. Robbins returns to first. Patriot first baseman Trey Chapman will step in. A senior, Chapman is batting .242, 2 home runs and 20 RBIs, an on-base percentage of .319. Chapman, one of 7 Patriots who gathered earlier this afternoon to take senior pictures here on Cormel Field. Chapman batting .250 against lefties. Chapman had time. Perry did not notice the umpire's arms up. The 1-1, Perry goes to first again. Count now 1-2. Again, the Patriots will host UNC Pembroke for a 3-game series this weekend, Friday at 6, Saturday at 2, and Sunday at 1. The first 2 contests will be here on the Patriots Sports Network. Chapman fouls another pitch off. The Panthers will return to Orangeburg where they'll host a 3-game series, an SIAC series against Albany State University at historic Miramar Field in Orangeburg. They'll play a single game Friday at 6 and a doubleheader on Saturday at 1. Chapman takes low for ball 2, and Robbins on the delayed steal goes in standing up to second base, and the Patriot catcher has his first stolen base of the season. 2-2 is hit through the right side. It'll get through for a base hit. Chapman is being waved home. The relay throw is not in time, and Robbins slides in safely with the Patriots' 3rd run. So Chapman picks up his 21st RBI of the season. The throw from the cutoff man at first base was a little low to the catcher. The throw probably had Robbins beat to the plate, but the low throw was not able to be handled by the Panther catcher. And so with 2 outs, Trey Chapman now stands at first base, and the third baseman, Alex Griffith, steps in. Hits the first pitch on a line to left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Chapman stops at second. The Patriots have another runner in scoring position, already ahead 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. T. DuBose will step in. DuBose leads the Patriots with a .329 average, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. The DH tonight, he's making his 20th start. He hits the first pitch on the line to left field. That drops in. Hopkins comes up throwing. The relay again is late, and Chapman slides in safely with the Patriots' 4th run. So DuBose picks up the base hit and his 12th RBI of the season. And the Patriots now lead 4-0. Left fielder Stephen Cox steps in. Cox, a junior, batting .219. No home runs, 11 RBIs. Alex Griffith, the runner at second. T. DuBose, the runner at first. And Stephen Cox at the plate. Cox, a junior from Kingstree, South Carolina, product of East Clarendon High School. He hits the ball on to third base, where Woods Field steps on the bag for the 3rd out. But the Patriots pick up 5 hits, score 4 times here in the bottom of the first. We played 1 full inning. Francis Marion leads Claflin 4-0. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. So a good first inning for the Patriots here against the Panthers. Francis Marion picks up 4 runs. Francis Marion comes into tonight's contest with a record of 12-23. Patriots looking to snap a recent slide, get back in the win column. Leading off here in the top of the second for Claflin will be the first baseman, Eric McElveen. McElveen is also a native of Florence. Went to Darlington High School. He's a freshman, batting .301, 1 home run, 19 RBIs, on base percentage of .348. Austin Roseberry prepares for his second inning on the mound. Count now even at 1-1. Patriot Nation, be proud and wear red, white, and blue. Visit the Francis Marion Patriots online store at www.FMUPatriotsshop.com. That's FMUPatriotsshop.com to get all your Patriot gear. And keep up with all Patriots sports action online at FMUPatriots.com. And in social media posts, FMU fans use the hashtag SWAMP'em. Follow Francis Marion University Athletics through social media at FMU Sports. So McElveen swings at strike 3, but the ball gets away, and he's able to reach on the wild pitch. So Roseberry with the strikeout, but McElveen reaches on the wild pitch, and the Panthers have a base runner. That brings up the left fielder, Craig Hopkins, a junior. He's batting .295, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, on base percentage of .407. Hopkins, a native of Marion, arrived at Claflin via Florence Darlington Tech. Swung on, missed. Robbins' throw down there not in time, and McElveen has the stolen base. McElveen's second swipe of the season, and he's now in scoring position while Hopkins steps back in with a 1-1 count. The Panthers with 6 PD area products on their roster this season. Check swing, home plate umpire Brian Griswold said he did not go around. Count now 2-1. Count 2-2 on the Panthers left fielder. Hopkins wears jersey numeral 17, same number that another former Orangeburg outfielder wore, Gene Richards, who starred at South Carolina State University and went on to play in the major leagues for the San Diego Padres. He hits that one pretty hard to right field. Hit it to the track, looking up. That ball is out of here for a 2-run homer for Craig Hopkins. Tail of the tape, 361 feet down the right field line. For Hopkins, his third home run of the year, and RBIs 8 and 9. And quickly, the Panthers have cut the Patriot 4-0 lead in half. That was pretty much a no-doubter once it left his bat, as long as it stayed fair. That one carried all the way out to Harlan Hawkins Drive that encircles the Griffin Athletic Complex. Up steps the DH, Harold Smith, the senior, batting .247. And he bounces it through the left side for a base hit. So Roseberry, after a scoreless first inning, has been touched up for 2 hits here in the second inning, including a long 2-run homer. That'll bring up the third baseman, Kyreek Woods. Woods, a freshman, batting .061, no home runs, 3 RBIs. Has an on-base percentage of .195. Smith, the runner at first, just 1 of 1 in stolen bases this season. The 1-1 from Roseberry. Outside and in the dirt. Smith bluffed at first base that time. The 2-1 from Roseberry to Woods. Grounded to Chapman at first, steps on the bag, throws to second. Mackinson applies the tag, and quickly there are 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the second. Brings up the catcher, Malik Brown. Brown, a freshman from Lake City, South Carolina, a product of Lake City High School. Steps in with a .364 batting average, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and a .562 on-base percentage in this, his 10th game. He grounds that to Griffith at third, to throw across the diamond. And the Panthers are retired here in the top of the second. We've played an inning and a half. Francis Marion leads Claflin 4-2. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Back to Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium in the Griffin Athletic Complex here on the campus of Francis Marion University. Now pitching for the Panthers here in the bottom of the second is number 22, Travis Martinez. Martinez is a senior, 5'10", 210 pounds, a lefty out of Evans, Georgia. And he enters the contest with no record, this being his 8th appearance. He's thrown 4 2/3 innings of work, and allowed 16 hits, struck out 4, and walked 9. Patriots batted around there in the bottom of the first inning, scoring 4 times. So Patrick Jackson, the leadoff batter, will lead off here in the second inning. Jackson walked and scored in the first inning. His average remains at .306. Support Francis Marion University Athletics by joining the Swamp Fox Club. For more information, visit the website at FMUPatriots.com or call 843-661-1240, 843-661-1240. And FMU students are encouraged to join the Riot Club, the student fan group for Patriot Athletics. Applications are available on the athletic website at FMUPatriots.com. First offering from Martinez, inside corner, called strike 1 to Patrick Jackson. We mentioned the Patriot baseball being back in action on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Other Patriot sports this weekend, the men's and women's tennis teams will play at Erskine College on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and the Patriot track and field squads will compete in the Gamecock Invitational Meet in Columbia also on Saturday. As Jackson draws his second walk. On Sunday, in addition to the baseball game at 1 o'clock, the men's and women's tennis teams will host their senior day match against USC Aiken at noon on the Kasab courts, and the Patriots softball team will host its senior day with a doubleheader against Georgia Southwestern State University at 1 o'clock on the FMU softball field. And Monday and Tuesday of next week, the Patriot golf team will play in the Wofford College Invitational Tournament in Spartanburg. So Gage Taylor, flyout victim, his first time at bat in the first inning, steps in looking to extend his 19-game hitting streak. Grounds it to second. Parnell takes it himself, steps on the bag, throws to first for the double play. So Jackson is erased, and C.J. Mackinson will bat with no one on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Mackinson lined a 2-run homer to left in his first at-bat. Count to the Patriots shortstop, now 1-1. Mackinson, a junior from Sykesville, Maryland, product of Century High School. Attended Frederick Community College before coming to Francis Marion. The 2-1 from Martinez. Outside corner just misses. Count now 3-1. Martinez from the stretch, even though there's no one on base. And Mackinson hits it hard to left field again. Hopkins back. That one bounces up off the wall, and Mackinson will cruise into second with a stand-up double. He didn't miss homer number 2 by much that time. Bounced on the warning track up off the wall, about the 375 mark. So Mackinson's in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And catcher William Robbins will step in. Robbins singled. Back in the first inning, his average now up to 301. Overhand off-speed pitch misses. Some ominous clouds over the Griffin Athletic Complex, but still no sign of any precipitation. Game time temperature was 77 degrees. Robbins fists it foul over some of the sea of red. I believe that's women's soccer and volleyball down there in that area. Maybe women's basketball mixed in too. Called strike 2, the count now even. 2-2 with 2 outs, a runner on second here in the bottom of the second inning. Cole Hinnett would be next if Robbins can extend the inning. And Robbins takes ball 4. He'll trot down to first base, and the Patriots have 2 on with 2 out here in the second. Cole Hinnett, the right fielder, steps in. Hinnett flew out to shallow right in his first trip to the plate. Ball was in the dirt, but blocked by the catcher Brown, and no one was able to advance. Second pitch misses for ball 2. Claflin in their black and orange jerseys with white pants, orange socks. Patriots wearing their red jerseys, white pants. And we'll get some more stirring in the Panthers bullpen. The 2-1 from Martinez to Hinnett. Misses. Another good stop by Brown, keeping the ball in front of him and keeping the Patriot runners at first and second. And Hinnett takes ball 4. The bases are now loaded with 2 outs. That'll bring up the Patriot first baseman, Trey Chapman. Chapman's RBI single back in the first inning. This is a mini conference on the mound between the second baseman, the pitcher, and the catcher. Chapman this season, 2 for 6, batting with the bases loaded. With runners in scoring position, he's batting .263. Francis Marion batting here in the bottom of the second inning. The Patriots lead 4-2. There are 2 outs and the bases loaded for Chapman. And then the nice stop behind the plate by Brown. As anything that would get through to the backstop now would result in a Patriot run. Chapman ahead in the count, 2-0. One more bad one here from Martinez would force in a run and up the Patriot lead to 3. And that's what happens as Chapman takes ball 4, and he'll trot down to first base with the RBI walk. Chapman's second run batted in today, his 22nd of the season. So the bases remain loaded, and up steps Alex Griffith, the third baseman. Griffith a single in the 4-run Patriot first. Griffith 4 for 8 this season, batting with the bases loaded. He's batting .256 with runners in scoring position. The 0-1's hit back up the middle. Diving stop by Parnell. He flips to Fowler, covering the bag. And a nice play by the Panthers to get out of further damage here in the bottom of the second. But the Patriots do pick up a run. We played 2 full innings. Francis Marion 5, Claflin 2. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Back to Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium for the top of the third inning. Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-2. Panthers are back to the top of the lineup. Second baseman Jonathan Parnell, who just made a nice diving stop behind the second base bag to win the bottom of the second, steps in. Parnell singled to lead off the game. His average now at .383. And he will face Austin Roseberry. Roseberry prepares for his third inning of work. Parnell ahead in the count, 2-0. outside corner, called strike one. Farnell, a native of Florence, and again, having attended USC Sumter, I saw him talking with many of the Patriots before the game. Three-run from Roseberry. Hit in the air to center field. Gage Taylor, a couple steps to his left, makes the catch, and there's one down here in the top of the third inning. The 2018 FMU Swamp Fox Club live auction will be held Thursday, April 26th at 6:30 at the Performing Arts Center downtown. Tickets are available for $25 for individuals and $40 for couples. Proceeds benefit student-athlete scholarships. For more information or to purchase tickets, call Joretha Evans at 843-661-1240. That's Joretha Evans at 843-661-1240. And the date and time again for the Swamp Fox Club live auction, Thursday, April 26th, 6:30 at the Downtown Performing Arts Center. And Langston drills that through the right side for a base hit. So we mentioned before, Langston leads the Panthers in most offensive categories. He just upped his team-leading batting average, and he also leads the Panthers with 14 stolen bases in 16 attempts. At the plate, the Panthers shortstop, Graylin Fowler. Fowler flew out to center field, his first trip to the plate. That pitch gets away from Robbins, and Langston will scamper down to second base on the wild pitch. So Claflin has a runner in scoring position. Fowler, the batter, is a junior. 306 average. Does have 24 RBIs. The second highest total on the Panther squad. Hits that through the left side for a base hit. Cox comes up throwing. Panthers will hold the runner at third. And Claflin has runners on the corners with one out here in the top of the third inning. That'll bring up the cleanup batter, center fielder Jalen Sproul. Sproul popped to second base to end the first inning. Now with a .321 average, 1 home run, 17 RBIs. Fowler, the runner at first, 10 for 10 in stolen bases this season. That pitch is inside, gets away from Robbins. Langston will score from third. Fowler down to second. And that'll bring out Art Nabinet from the Patriot dugout. So the third wild pitch of the evening for Austin Roseberry. Plates 1 run and puts another Panther in scoring position. So Roseberry will remain in, facing Sproul with a 1-0 count. Francis Marion lead now down to 5-3 here in the top of the third inning. 1 out, a runner on second. Misses low. Count now 2-0 to Sproul. It's hitting the air to left field. Cox back, drifting back, just short of the track, makes the catch. Fowler tagging from second, slides in safe at third. There are 2 outs now with a Panther on third base. As I mentioned, Fowler 10 for 10 in stolen bases, so he does have good speed and was able to make it from second to third on the fly out to deep left. That'll bring up the first baseman, Eric McElveen. McElveen struck out but reached on the wild pitch in the first inning ahead of Hopkins' 2-run homer. Roseberry off-speed pitch catches the outside corner, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. Ground ball to Patrick Jackson at second, the backhand, throw to first, and the Panthers are retired. But Claflin does pick up another run. As we head to the bottom of the third inning, Francis Marion leads the Panthers 5-3. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Back at Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium on the FMU campus. Division II Collegiate Baseball, Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-3 as the Patriots prepare to bat here in the bottom of the third inning. Claflin has its third pitcher of the evening on the mound and its third lefty. Now tossing for the Panthers, redshirt sophomore Christian Buford, 6'2", 260 pounds, out of Sumter, South Carolina, and a product of Crestwood High School. Buford's numbers: this will be his 5th appearance of the season. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits and 5 runs, 5 strikeouts and 4 walks. He has no record. He will face the 8, 9, and 1 batters in the Patriot lineup: T. Dubose, Stephen Cox, and back to the top of the order, Patrick Jackson. Checking the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard, a couple of other non-conference games this afternoon. Augusta University defeated Erskine 12-5. Albany State leads Georgia Southwestern 6-5. That game is in the bottom of the 6th inning. And a little bit later, USC Aiken travels to Newberry. T. Dubose steps in. Dubose an RBI single in the first inning. Slow off-speed pitch. Dubose swings and misses, and is now down on the count, 0-2. Dribble in the front of home plate. Brown, the catcher, allows it to roll foul. And DuBose return to home plate. The count still 0-2. Panther defense pretty much playing straight away. In the outfield from left to right, Hopkins, Sproul, and Langston. In the infield from third to first, Woods, Fowler, Parnell, and McElveen. Again, a good crowd on hand tonight as it's Sea of Red night for the Patriot baseball program. DuBose fists that one foul. DuBose, another one of the 7 seniors, out at the ballpark a little early today for senior pictures. Justin Palmer, Aaron Seymour, Austin Griffey, Adam Hormstra, Trey Chapman, William Robbins. The seniors on this year's squad. DuBose is a management major, was named to the PBC Presidential Honor Roll last year. Swings and misses for strike 3. There's one down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, Stephen Cox. Cox grounded into force play to end the 1st inning. He'll bat with no one on and one out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Francis Marion holding a 5-3 advantage. Swung on and missed. Count now 1-1. We'd like to thank the Media Center crew for helping put on today's production. Among others, Stacy Davis, Caleb Reeves, Tyrell Rowell, Jacob Suggs, Deontay Hemingway, and Courtney Page working tonight. The 2-1 from Buford. Count now even 2-2. Cox is a general business major, a junior from Kingstree, South Carolina. Fouls that between the third base bag and FMU head coach Art Nabinet. Nabinet in his 17th season at the helm of the Patriots, a record of .564, .352, and 2 ties. And Nabinet's career record in 20 seasons, 648 wins, 406 losses, and 2 ties. And he is a proud graduate of Winthrop University. Cox hits that to left field. Hopkins over, makes the catch for the 2nd out. Claflin is led by head coach James Randall. Randall, a graduate of Grambling State University, played baseball there, and later returned as an assistant coach and was head coach for 2 years. He is a member of the Grambling State University Legends Hall of Fame. Patrick Jackson steps in for the Patriots. Randall, the Panthers head coach, and 12 seasons, owns a record of 204 wins and 237 losses, 204 and 237 at the Orangeburg School. And in 14 years, that includes the 2 years at Grambling State, his record is 234 and 341. He also played 8 years professionally in the White Sox and the Angels organizations, did make it to the major leagues. Randall is assisted by Jabari Brown. Two-one count to Patrick Jackson. Jackson batting for the third time here in the bottom of the third inning. Walked and scored in the first, and walked in the second inning. Was forced out later that inning. 2-2 count from Buford to Jackson. Couldn't check a swing that time, and Jackson is a strikeout victim. The Patriots go 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the third inning. We've played 3 full. Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-3. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Back to Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium on the FMU campus for Francis Marion University baseball. Patriots lead the Panthers of Claflin University 5-3 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. And that other Peach Belt Conference non-conference game that's going on today, Newberry leads USC Aiken 4-3 in the top of the fourth inning over Newberry. In other Peach Belt Conference action today, other sports, softball action, Flagler defeated Lynn University in the first game of a doubleheader 4-2. Young Harrison, West Georgia, all knotted up 0-0 in the bottom of the second, game 1. North Georgia defeated Claflin in softball action 10-0 in game 1 of a doubleheader. Update on that Young Harris West Georgia game. It was game 1. Young Harris won 3-0. UNC Pembroke defeated Fayetteville State 12-3 in the first game of a doubleheader. And Columbus State defeated Point University 1-0 in game 1 of a doubleheader. Hopkins, a 2-run homer, his first trip to the plate, steps in, and he is quickly down in the count, 0-2. Hopkins, a native of Marion, drilled a line drive homer down the right field line in the top of the second inning. It was his third long ball of the season. As the sun peeks its way through the clouds here at Cornell Field, that pitch inside plunks Hopkins, and he's on base to lead off the Panthers' top of the fourth inning. So Roseberry unable to get the 0-2 pitch across, plunks Hopkins on the shoulder. He'll be at first now as Harold Smith, the designated hitter, bats. Smith singled his first trip to the plate today. His average now up to 257. He had set in the air to left field. Cox, looking into the sun, drifts in, makes the catch, and there's one down. Claflin third baseman Kyrie Woods steps in. Woods grounded into a 6-3 double play in the second inning. Woods at the plate. Claflin runner on first is Craig Hopkins. Hopkins just 0 of 1 in stolen a base attempts this season. Big swing and a miss. The count's even at 1-1. Again, if you're looking for weekend plans, the Patriots host UNC Pembroke for a big Peach Belt Conference series this weekend. Single game on Friday at 6, single game on Saturday at 2, and a single game on Sunday at 1. Friday is Vivid Network Solutions Night here at the ballpark. The 1-2 from Roseberry to Woods. The runner going, swung on and missed. Robbins throw down to second. And Hopkins slides in with the stolen base. But there are now 2 outs. As the catcher, Malik Brown, steps in. Brown grounded to third and is 0 for 1 tonight. His average now at 333 as he bats with the runner in scoring position, but there are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Slow off-speed pitch has Brown out in front. Roseberry catches the outside corner. It's now 0-2 to the Panthers catcher. Patriots also entertained and hosted a group of tailgaters tonight, headed by former Patriot Travis Copeland. I see many of them down near the picnic area, down the right field line, past the first base dugout. I'd like to welcome all of them to the game tonight. Travis, a longtime supporter and a faithful supporter of Patriot baseball. Two-two count to Malik Brown, the Claflin catcher, with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Swung on a missed. Roseberry has the strikeout. Panthers do get a base runner, but he's stranded at second. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-3. You're listening to the Patriot Sports Network. Back to Francis Marion University baseball. The Patriots lead the Panthers 5-3, with FMU coming to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Patriots, the center fielder. He's been playing left lately. but he's playing center tonight. Gage Taylor. Taylor 0 for 2, fly out and a ground out, as he's looking to extend his hitting streak of 19 games. Remaining on the mound for the Panthers for his second inning of work is Christian Buford. The redshirt sophomore from Sumter. Set the Patriots down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch is in for a called strike. Taylor checks his swing. The outside pitch now 1-1. Taylor pops it in the air. It's going to stay in, but Malik Brown had trouble finding the ball at first. Got a glove on it, but was unable to hold it. So Taylor stays alive at the plate. Count now 1-2. The 1-2 from Buford to Taylor. Slowly bounced to second base. Parnell with the throw to McElveen. And Taylor is 0 for 3 tonight. That'll bring up the Patriots shortstop, C.J. Mackinson. Very successful night. 2-run homer in the first. A double, and later scored in the second. He's halfway to hitting for the cycle. And we're only in the bottom of the fourth inning. Mackinson's average now up to 320 with that 2-for-2 effort. If you're wondering, only a handful of Patriots have ever hit for the cycle. Lewis Brown in 1978, Rodney Rogers in 1993, Tim Dockery in 1997, and Matt Rubino in 2015. Count now to C.J. Mackinson, 2-1. Panther outfield relatively shallow, considering what Mackinson did his first 2 at-bats. The 3-1 from Buford. Inside, ball 4. Mackinson is on for the 3rd time today. That'll bring up the catcher, William Robbins. Robbins singled and scored in the first, walked and was stranded in the second inning. Robbins with his average now over 300 at 301. Mackinson leads the Patriots in stolen bases with 4 in 5 attempts this year. Count to Robbins, 2-0. Buford chases Mackinson back. That one's in there for a called strike. The 2-1. Fouled off down the right field line. That'll get out of play and even the count, 2-2. Mackinson, the runner at first. Robbins at the plate for the Patriots here in the bottom of the fourth. Mackinson running, but again, ball's fouled off. Count remains 2-2, and Mackinson retreats back to first base. Hit to second, flips to short, throw to first, in the dirt and not handled by McElveen at first. So Panthers do get one out, but not the double play. So Robbins replaces Mackinson at first base, and Cole Hinnett steps in. Hinnett flew out to right field and walked in his two previous plate appearances. And they called a balk on Buford, so no pitch there, but Robbins does advance to second base. Base umpire signaling that Buford did not come to a stop in his stretch. The Patriots do have a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. As Hinnett bats, the count now 2-0. Hinnett, a junior from Clayton, North Carolina, and a product of Clayton High School. He was a preseason all-region pick as a relief pitcher. And he has seen time on the mound for the Patriots this year, as well as playing right field. Ball gets loose from the Claflin bullpen. Time is called. Trey Chapman, the first baseman, would be next if Hinnett can extend the Patriot fourth inning. And they're going to intentionally walk Hinnett with ball 4 to put him on base and set up the force. So Trey Chapman will bat. Chapman, RBI single in the first and an RBI walk in the second. And he bats with a chance to drive in some more runs here. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth, runners on first and second. Off-speed pitch way high. Malik Brown had to show off his hops that time to corral that pitch. Chapman drills that, but right at the first baseman, McElveen, who fields, steps on the bag, and the Patriots are retired here in the bottom of the fourth. We played 4 full innings. FMU leads Claflin 5-3. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Austin Roseberry returns to the mound for his 5th inning of work. Roseberry's numbers: he's allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He did hit a batter. He's thrown 3 wild pitches. And to this point in the ball game, has thrown 62 pitches, 38 of which have either found the strike zone or been put into play. As we mentioned, Claflin in its final year in the SAAC, as they'll be moving to the CIAA conference. I'm sure that'll be a little bit strange for the Panthers, not being in the same conference with Benedict College, located in Columbia. I'd have to think they would continue to play their rivals from just up Interstate 26, even though they won't be in the same conference anymore. Jonathan Parnell leads off the top of the 5th. He lines it to right field, where Cole Hinnett makes a nice running catch just short of the warning track. Parnell was 1 for 2 before that at bat. Bring up the right fielder, Darrell Langston. Langston 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Langston, 6'1", 205 pounds, a senior from Chicago, Illinois. He was a transfer from St. Augustine's University, who, by the way, is in the CIAA conference. Patriots have played St. Aug several times over the last few seasons. Not this year, but have in the past. The 1-1 from Roseberry to Langston. Count now 2-2. Roseberry, as we mentioned, is a freshman, majoring in business economics, was named to the FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Honor Roll for his first semester of work here. Langston reaches out and pokes that into right center field. That'll get down for 1, maybe 2. It rolls all the way to the wall. Taylor up with it. The throw into Jackson. His relay to third, not in time, and Langston goes in with standing up with a triple here with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. And you can see why Langston leads the Panthers in most offensive categories. That is his team leading 6th 3-bagger of the season. So Graylin Fowler, the shortstop, will step in. Fowler 1 for 2, fly out in a single. Off-speed pitch misses. Francis Marion, 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Claflin, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Now only a light layer of clouds, broken sky kind of, covering Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium. Most of the ominous clouds have left the area. We've got a little bit of sunlight still left. The 2-0 to Fowler, lined just outside the third base bag, nearly took out the Panthers' third base coach. Fowler swings and misses. The count now even, 2-2. Nice follow-up pitch by Roseberry after that hard foul smash past third. Count remains 2-2. Roseberry from the stretch. Hit in the air to left field. Stephen Cox under it. Langston tagging at third. Here's the catch. The throw's not going to be in time. Langston will score standing up, and the Patriot lead is now trimmed to 5-4. So credit Fowler with the RBI sacrifice fly to left. Langston scores for the second time today. And the Panthers' cleanup batter, center fielder Jalen Sproul, will bat with 2 out and nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Credit Fowler with his 25th run batted in this season, second highest on the Panthers squad. Like to thank Claflin SID Ramonda Noble Watson for her help in getting all the information for the Panthers for tonight's webcast. Count remains 1-2 to Sproul. Two with 2 outs. Hit high to left field. Cox to the track, makes the catch just short of the wall. Sproul hit that one hard, but it stayed in the park, and Cox tracked it down. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Claflin scores 1 to trim the Francis Marion lead to 5-4. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. We're back for the bottom of the 5th inning. Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-4. We mentioned the Claflin coaching staff. Let's give a little shout out to the Francis Marion staff. Joining head coach Art Nabinett this year, assistant coaches Kyle Gallman, Jim Leggett, and Mitch Feller. athletic trainer, we'd like to remember him, Eric Rue. He's not here with the squad tonight as he had a family emergency that he's off dealing with. So Reagan Bemke, the head athletic trainer at FMU, filling in tonight. We wish Eric all the best with his situation. Hope he's back soon. Leading off for the Patriots, the third baseman, Alex Griffith. He'll be followed by DH T. Dubose and left fielder Stephen Cox. Griffith, 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a fielder's choice grounder. His average now at 282. New pitcher for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. For the first time, the Patriots will be facing a right-hander, Alfie Carter, 5'10", 150-pound freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, Zebulon B. Vance High School. His first pitch misses for ball 1. Carter comes into tonight an 0-3 record, 5.57 ERA. This will be his 8th appearance. He has made 5 starts. He's thrown 21 innings, struck out 10, walked 10, allowed 26 hits. Again, the Panthers are back in action on Friday. The single game against Albany State University down in Orangeburg. Returning to SIAC action. Carter just misses with that offering, and some of the Panther faithful thought that might have found the strike zone. That one misses way outside for ball 4, and Griffith is aboard for the second time tonight. And the Patriots have their leadoff batter on. And that'll bring a quick visit to the mound by Panther head coach James Randall. Patriot DH T. Dubose will step in. Dubose an RBI single in the first. Struck out in the third. His average now 333. 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Looks like Coach Randall may have thought that that one pitch did find the strike zone by Carter as well. So he has a word or two for home plate umpire Brian Griswold. So Dubose bats with no outs and a runner on first here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fouls the first pitch off back toward the Hartzler soccer field. And the Griffin Athletic Complex consists of Cormel Field at Sparrow Stadium for baseball, the FMU softball stadium, and Hartzler Field for soccer. Griffith, the runner at first, has not attempted a stolen base this year. Dubose fouls the next offering. He doesn't. It stays in play, and Langston is able to make the catch right by the tarp down the right field line. Thought that was going to get out of play, but it hung up and stayed in long enough for Langston to get to it. It's now 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And up steps left fielder Stephen Cox. Cox 0 for 2. Looking for his first hit tonight. He squares around and bunts it foul. Count now 0-1. Cox takes outside for ball one. One pitch with one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Runner going. Cox lines it into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Griffith around second. He'll cruise into third easily. Patriots have runners on the corners now with one out. As the lineup flips back to the top of the order. So the Patriot Sea of Red group getting the wave going here at Sparrow Stadium. Looks like that's orchestrated maybe by the Patriot women's soccer team. That may qualify as the first wave ever here at Sparrow Stadium. Patrick Jackson steps in now with runners on the corners. Jackson 0 for 1, but has walked twice and scored a run. That one's fouled off toward the FMU field house. Count now 1-1. Again, the wave going around Sparrow Stadium. Pitch outside for ball two. Carter steps off. Going to get a new sign and regroup. Patriots on the corners here. Francis Marion clean to a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Throw chases Cox back to first base. Francis Marion has never trailed tonight. 4 runs in the bottom of the first. And a single run in the bottom of the second produced a 5-2 lead. McLaughlin has scored single runs in the third and fifth innings to close the gap to 5-4. 2-2 pitch to Jackson. Fouled off. Off-speed pitch lifted foul down the right field line. This one will get out of play over by the picnic area. Two-two count to Patrick Jackson, the Patriots' second baseman, here in the bottom of the fifth with runners on the corners. Count goes full now. See if Coach Inhabitant puts Cox in motion from first base. Cox 3 for 4 in stolen bases this season. He is going. Pitch is high for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for Gage Taylor. So Taylor will bat for the first time against a right-hander tonight, as his first 3 at-bats or trips to the plate were against southpaws. Taylor, fly out, a pair of ground outs on his scorecard tonight. Pitch is high. 1 out, and the Patriots looking to extend their lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taylor fouls that one straight back into the screen. Count now 1-1. Carter from the stretch. Again fouled off. The 1-2 to Gage Taylor. It's grounded too short, takes a high hop. 6-4-3. And the Patriots are retired without a run here in the bottom of the 5th as Gage Taylor grounds into the inning double play. So the Patriots do load the bases with 1 out but can't push across a run. We played 5 complete innings. Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-4. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. New pitcher for the Patriots here in the top of the 6th inning. Number 25, a freshman right-hander, John Riley Hathcock. 6'1", 193 pounds, from Harrisburg, North Carolina, and a product of Hickory Ridge High School. Hathcock leads the Patriots with a 2.93 ERA. He has no record. This will be his 10th appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 15 1/3 innings, allowed 14 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which are earned. Struck out 11, walked 7. He does have 1 save, and opponents are batting .250 against him. He takes over for another freshman, Austin Roseberry. Roseberry's final numbers: 80 pitches thrown, 5 innings, 6 hits allowed, 4 runs, all earned, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He did throw 3 wild pitches. He did hit a batter. But he leads as the winning pitcher right now, as Francis Marion leads 5-4. 2 weeks ago, Roseberry and Hathcock combined for a 5-2 win over at Newberry College. Eric McElveen steps in, Panthers first baseman. He's 0 for 2. He did score a run when he struck out but reached on a wild pitch in the 2nd inning. Grounds that one right back to Hathcock. Step and throw to first. McElveen's quickly retired, 1-3. That'll bring up the left fielder, Craig Hopkins. Hopkins 1 for 1, a 2-run homer in the 2nd inning, and he was a hit by pitch to lead off the 4th inning. The Marion native has his average up to .311 for the season. That's popped on the right side. Patrick Jackson out on the edge of the grass makes the catch to retire Hopkins. So 2 down quickly here in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up the DH, senior Harold Smith. Smith, a single and a fly out. He's 1 for 2. Count now 1-1. Smith asking his granted time. Swung on a miss. Hathcock now ahead in the count 1-2. Two outs here in the top of the sixth inning. 2-2 pitch from Hathcock to Smith. Check swing, almost a protect me swing, fouled off. Hathcock busted Smith inside. Wind was coming out of the west at the start of the game. Now it's blowing almost directly out to right field. Any ball hit in that direction might get a little boost from the wind. Swung on a missed. Hathcock makes quick work of the Panthers in the top of the sixth, needing only 10 pitches. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-4. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. As we head to the bottom of the sixth inning here in Florence, we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard. Newberry leads USC Aiken 6-3 in the top of the sixth inning over in Newberry. Augusta University defeated Erskine College 12-5. Albany State defeated Georgia Southwestern 6-5. And here in Florence, Francis Marion leads Claflin 5-4 as we bat in the bottom of the sixth inning. Due up for the Patriots, C.J. Mackinson, William Robbins, and Cole Hennett. Mackinson, a perfect night, 2-run homer, double and a run scored, and a walk. Alfie Carter back on the mound for the Panthers, his second inning of work. Patriots were able to load the bases with one out against him last inning, but an inning double play thwarted the threat. Mackinson grounds to Fowler at short. The low throw to first is scooped out by McElveen, and there's one down. William Robbins will step in. Robbins 1 for 2. Single and a run scored in the first. Walked in the second. And a fielder's choice grounder in the fourth. Robbins flirting with the 300 mark. It's averaged down now to 299. Carter quickly ahead, 0-2. Carter steps off. Robbins hits that one through the left side for his second hit of the evening. So the Patriots have a base-stealing threat on base. Robbins picked up his first stolen base of the season earlier tonight, so he's on a roll. Cole Hinnett steps in, the right fielder. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks, the last time intentionally walked. Hinnett's average now 262. He squares but pulls the bat back and takes ball 1. Strike 1 to Hinnett. Guess you could give Robbins the backhanded compliment of runs well for a catcher. So Carter comes back, count now 2-2 to Cole Hinnett. Robbins at first, who's already earned his undergraduate degree. He's from Rock Hill, South Carolina, product of South Point High School, working on a second degree now at Francis Marion. He graduated last May. Robbins is running. That one's chopped to short. Fowler, nice play. Gets Hinnett at first. But the Patriots stay out of the double play by putting the runner in motion. So Trey Chapman, the first baseman, will bat with Robbins on second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that'll precipitate another visit to the mound from Claflin head coach James Randall. Panthers do have a lefty up in the bullpen, and they'll be making a pitching change. So we'll take 30 seconds and be right back to tell you about the new Claflin pitcher. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Now on the mound for Claflin, number 12, Mackay Holloway, 5'10", 170-pound freshman, a lefty from Atlanta, Georgia, and Tucker High School. Hope I'm pronouncing that first name correctly. Holloway will face Trey Chapman, a lefty-lefty matchup here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and Francis Marion has a runner in scoring position on second base. Again, this weekend, Patriots hosting the Braves of UNC Pembroke, a big Peach Belt Conference series. It's Vivid Network Solutions night here at the ballpark. Friday at 6 o'clock, first pitch. Saturday, First pitch will be 2 o'clock, and Sunday, first pitch 1 o'clock. The Friday and Saturday games will be here on the Patriots Sports Network. No video or no live stats on Sunday, so you're going to have to come out to the ballpark to catch the action. Holloman is through with his warm-up pitches, and Chapman will stroll to the plate. Trey 1 for 2, an RBI single in the first, a bases-loaded RBI walk in the second, and a ground out to first base in the fourth. His average now 246. He's got 22 RBIs. That ties him for second best on the Patriots squad. First pitch is in there for a strike. Chapman batting .250 against lefties this year. Slightly better, well, slightly worse, .238 against right-handers. But here the count is 1-1. Second baseman Parnell playing deep on the edge of the grass. Chapman fouls it back into the screen, and now Holloway is ahead in the count 1-2. Francis Marion 5 runs on 8 hits with no errors. The Panthers 4 runs on 6 hits with no errors. A fake to throw to second chases Robbins back. As Fowler was sneaking in behind. See if the Panthers had a pickoff attempt at second base. It's a wild pitch in the dirt that Brown did a good job blocking, but was unable to corral it. And so with the 2-2 count, Robbins is now down at third base, just 90 feet away from home plate. And Chapman bloops it into center field for the RBI single, the big 2-out RBI single, and the Patriots now lead 6-4. Chapman with his third RBI of the evening. He's accounted for half of the Patriot runs. As Sproul came in quickly on the ball, but was unable to get there to make an attempt on the catch. So Griffith will bat now with 2 outs and Chapman on first. Griffith 1 for 2, a single, fielder's choice grounder, and a walk. Griffith hits that down the right field line. Foul, and Langston nearly with a spectacular catch. As it bounces off his glove as he runs into the tarp down in front of the Patriot bullpen. You certainly could see Langston's speed on that particular play. And you can understand why he leads the Panthers in doubles, or well, leads them in triples and stolen bases. So Griffith in the hole 0-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Patriots now leading 6-4. Chapman with the delayed steal catches the Panthers by surprise. And the speedy Chapman is in at second base with his first stolen base of the season. Count now to Griffith, 1-2, but Chapman now down in scoring position with 2 outs. Lifted down the right field line in foul territory. McElveen giving chase, Langston giving chase. No one will get there. It'll land foul. Count remains 1-2. So Trey Chapman now with 23 RBIs, second on the squad behind Gage Taylor's 28. And more importantly, the big two-out RBI hit increases the Patriot lead to 2 runs. Holloway and the Panthers thought that one caught the outside corner, but home plate umpire Brian Griswold said no. The count now 2-2. Two-two to Griffith. Line foul. Deuce is nearly wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 21 Griffith at the plate. Another foul ball as Griffith hangs tough against Holloway. Holloway making his 10th appearance, no record. He's thrown 9 innings with 5 strikeouts and 12 walks. So full count pitch now upcoming from Holloway to Alex Griffith with Trey Chapman on second base. Hitting the air to center field. Sproul going back, going back, going back. That's off the warning track, off the wall. And Alex Griffith has a 2-out RBI double, plating Trey Chapman and upping the Patriot lead to 7-4. So a pair of 2-out run-scoring hits for the Patriots here in the bottom of the 6th. And that will bring Coach Randall back to the mound to visit with Holloway. T. Dubose is at the plate for the Patriots. Dubose 1 for 3, RBI single in the first, struck out in the third, and fouled out in the 5th. And the Panthers will make a pitching change. We'll pause 30 seconds, come back and tell you who the new pitcher is. You're listening to the Patriot Sports Network. And the new Claflin hurler, number 32, Chaz Walker. Sophomore right-hander, 5'10", 160 pounds, from Fayetteville, Georgia, Fayette County High School. Walker will be making his 8th appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 7 innings, allowed 9 hits, struck out 4, and walked 13. Patriots scored twice here with 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth to increase their lead to 7-4. Trey Chapman and Alex Griffith with the big run-scoring knocks with 2 outs. And now T. Dubose will bat with a runner still in scoring position. Walker is the 6th Claflin pitcher tonight. Holloway did not retire a batter. He allowed 2 hits, 1 run, and he's responsible for the runner on second. Dubose will visit with head coach Art Nabinet before he steps in. Again, Patriots sports action this weekend. The baseball team hosts UNC Pembroke Friday at 6. Baseball hosts UNC Pembroke Saturday at 2, while the men's and women's tennis teams play at Erskine College at 1 o'clock, and the Patriot track and field squads compete in the Gamecock Invitational Meet in Columbia. Dubose takes first pitch for a ball. On Sunday, baseball hosts Pembroke at 1 o'clock. Men's and women's tennis host their senior day match against USC Aiken at noon on the Kasab courts. And the Patriots softball team hosts its senior day with a doubleheader against Georgia Southwestern, 1 o'clock on the FMU softball field. And then Monday and Tuesday of next week, the golf team will play in the Wofford College Invitational Tournament. So Griffith now stands on third base via the wild pitch from Walker. And Dubose is now ahead in the count, 2-0. Count now 3-0 as that pitch is high. And Dubose works a 4-pitch walk. So Patriot runners are now on the corners with 2 outs. And Stephen Cox will step in. Cox 1 for 3, singled in his last plate appearance. His average now to 221, and he will take a visit with head coach Art Nabinet. Dubose, the runner at first, has not attempted a stolen base this year. Patriots look to do further damage here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Walker bounces that one up. The 1-0 is high. So Walker has missed on his first 6 pitches. That one right down Irby or Palmetto, whichever you prefer here in Florence. Called strike 1. It's hitting the air to right field. Langston going back. He's over. Looks like he struggled to find the ball, but he does get it the last minute. Catches the ball for the 3rd out. But the Patriots pick up 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We played 6 complete. Francis Marion leads Claflin 7-4. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Top of the 7th inning, Francis Marion leading Claflin 7-4. Leading off for the Panthers will be the third baseman, Kareek Woods. Woods 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play and struck out. He bats against John Riley Hathcock, second Patriot pitcher of the evening. Hathcock quickly ahead 0-2. Two swinging strikes. And 3 swinging strikes. Woods heads back to the dugout, and Hathcock has his first out here in the top of the 7th. Hathcock has retired all 4 batters he's faced, including fanning the last two batters. Malik Brown will step in. Brown 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hits that one hard but foul down into the Claflin bullpen. As we mentioned, Brown, a product out of Lake City and Lake City High School, returning to the PD. Yes, Coach Inhabitant is inquiring whether something was physically wrong with Hathcock, but he apparently says he's fine. Inhabitant checked with the home plate umpire before going out there and not to be charged with the trip to the mound. But Hathcock says he's fine. Then proceeds to bounce that pitch up there. So Robbins will go out and have a visit with his pitcher. Hathcock with the 1-1 pitch to Brown. Off-speed pitch is high. That one's hit to left field, pretty well hit. Cox back to the track, to the wall. It's off the wall. And Brown will have at least 2 as Cox recovers the ball and gets it in. So Malik Brown with a 1-out double here in the Panthers' top of the 7th inning. That'll flip the Panthers' lineup back to the top of the order. Jonathan Parnell, senior second baseman, comes to the plate. Parnell 1 for 3. Parnell, a native Florentine, playing before the home folks. So after retiring the first 4 batters he faced, Hathcock gives up a 1-out double here in the top of the 7th. So Malik Brown on second. Parnell at the plate for the Panthers. Off-speed pitch misses, ball 2. There is action in the Patriot bullpen. Can't see from my vantage point as to who's throwing. Count now 3-0. 3-0 misses, so 4-pitch walk to Jonathan Parnell the second. The Panthers have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up the dangerous Darrell Langston, right fielder. He is 2 for 3, struck out looking in the first, singled and scored in the third, and tripled and scored in the 5th. As we've mentioned all night, he's shown off his speed in the outfield and leads the Panthers in almost every offensive category. His average now to 397 as he flirts with the 400 mark. With 9 home runs, certainly capable of tying this game with 1 swing. Off-speed pitch gets in there, and Hathcock is ahead in the count, 0-1. Off-speed pitch fouled over to the Claflin dugout. So Hathcock has some wiggle room here as he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Certainly will look to get Langston to chase something out of the zone. Robbins sets up outside, and Hathcock hits the mitt but misses the strike zone. Hit sharply to the shortstop. It's off of Matkinson. So Langston will reach on the air by the shortstop, and the Panthers now have the bases loaded with 1 out. Ball was sharply hit, but right at Matkinson. Looked like it caught part of his ankle maybe, and bounded back toward the pitcher's mound. That brings up the shortstop, Graylin Fowler. Fowler 1 for 2, single and a sac fly. He does have an RBI. And that will precipitate a visit to the mound by head coach Art Nabonet. And Nabonet talks to his freshman righty. And he will make a call to the bullpen. So we'll pause for 30 seconds and come back to tell you who the new Francis Marion pitcher is. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. New Patriot pitcher, number 20, sophomore righty, Christian Umflett. Umflett 6'4", 190 pounds, from Charlotte, North Carolina, a product of South Mecklenburg High School. Umflett will be making his 16th appearance, all in relief. He has a 3-3 record, a 4.83 ERA with 1 save. He's thrown 31 2/3 innings, allowed 32 hits, 21 runs, 17 earned. In those 31 2/3 innings, he's fanned 35 batters, walked only 9, and opponents are batting .256 against him. And he will face the Panther shortstop and number 3 hitter, Graylin Fowler. With the bases loaded and only one out here in the top of the seventh, Francis Marion leading 7-4. Umflett holding left-handers this season to a 205 average, but Fowler, of course, will bat from the right side. Righty's batting 280 against Umflett this season. Line score for Francis Marion, 7 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. Claflin, 4 runs on 7 hits with no errors. Fowler, the junior from Spartanburg, and a transfer from USC Aiken, steps in against Umflett. First pitch is called strike 1. Good start for Christian. Very little wind now. And we've lost 9 degrees from our game time starting temperature of 77. Thermometer down to 68. With clear skies as all the clouds have left. The 1-1 from Umflett. Hit in the air to right center field. Kennett ranging over will make the catch. Throw comes into the cutoff man at second. So Fowler has his second sacrifice fly of the evening, but there are 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. Parnell also tagged and moved from second to third, in addition to Brown scoring from third. That run charged to Hathcock will be unearned because of the error at shortstop. Jalen Sproul, the center fielder, now bats. Runners on the corner with 2 outs. Francis Marion's lead now down to 7-5. Sproul 0 for 3. Fouls that off toward the field house. Count 1-1. Runner going from first. Robbins deems not to throw it down. So credit Langston with another stolen base. That's his 15th of the season. Tops on the team. And there are 2 Panthers in scoring position, both with good speed. Count now 1-2 on Sproul. Hit in the air to right field. Hit it tracking. Makes the catch for the 3rd out. And there are 2 Panthers stranded on base. We played 6.5. It's time to stretch here at Sparrow Stadium. The Patriots lead the Panthers 7-5. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Bottom of the 7th inning, Francis Marion leading Claflin 7-5. Top of the order due up for the Patriots. Claflin with a defensive change. Now in playing third base, Malik James, 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore. Bats from the right side. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, and a transfer from Tuskegee Institute. First pitch to Jackson from Chaz Walker, misses. Jackson 0 for 1, strikeout, and 3 walks. Count now 2-1. Walker with the 55-footer. Count now goes to 3-1. And Jackson has his 4th walk of the evening. So we'll have to wait and see if he'll get another shot at the plate, as his 4 walks, now 1 shy of the school record of 5 set by Paul Larson against Shepherd College. That was on March 13th, 1985. A wild 20-15 win for the Patriots in 7 innings over Shepherd College. So Gage Taylor swings and misses trying to protect as Jackson steals second. Jackson picks up his 2nd stolen base of the season. He's now in scoring position for Jackson. Jackson 0 for 4, still looking to extend that hitting streak. Jackson a fly out, ground out, and ground into a double play. Taylor leads the Patriots and runs batted in with 28. Be a nice situation to pick up number 29. Malik Brown out to talk to Chaz Walker. The 2-1 from Walker to Taylor. High, 3-1. And that'll get some stirring in the Panthers bullpen. Taylor grounds it to second, high hopper. And he beats it out at first base. So Taylor with the infield single. And on the play, Jackson moves to third. So the high chopper to second base. Parnell had to leap to catch it and then had to hurry his throw. And Taylor was able to beat it to first base. So the infield single extends his hitting streak to 20 games as C.J. Mackison steps in. My correction, we've got a pinch hitter as Justin Palmer steps in, and he's going to pinch hit for Mackinson. As Taylor steals second base. So Justin Palmer steps in. Palmer, a senior, will likely take Mackinson's spot in the infield. I don't know if Mackinson feeling the effects of that ground ball off his ankle or not. Palmer, a senior, 5'11", 175 pounds, out of Charleston, West Virginia, in Capitol High School. Attended Potomac State College before coming to Francis Marion. On the season, Palmer batting 100, he's 1 for 10. This is his 7th game. No home runs, no RBIs. And as a pinch hitter, he's 0-2. And he'll face a new Claflin pitcher. New pitcher for Claflin's number 31, Roy Oliver, a junior right-hander, 6'4", 203 pounds, out of Santee, South Carolina, in Lake Marion High School. So he'll assume a 2-0 count on Palmer to put Gage Taylor's hitting streak in perspective. His 20-game hitting streak becomes the 5th longest in Patriot history. Greg Phelps, the shortstop, hit in 34 games, combined over the 2007 and 8 seasons. Michael Bartell, a first baseman, hit in 30 games over the 1988 and 89 seasons. Jerry Honeycutt, a DH, batted and hit consecutively in 25 games in 2001. And Rich Kierstead, a catcher, hit in 24 games in 1990. And now Gage Taylor hitting streak at 20 games here in 2018. So Oliver's first pitch to Palmer finds the strike zone. Count now 2-1. Count now 3-1 to Palmer as he bats with runners on second and third. Jackson the runner at third, Taylor the runner at second, so good speed on the base pass for the Patriots. And Palmer lines that one down the left field line. 2 runs will score. Palmer's got at least a double. He'll cruise into second. And Palmer, with the pinch hit 2-run double here in the bottom of the 7th, extends the Patriot lead now to 9-5. William Robbins, the catcher, steps in with Palmer on second now. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Robbins lifts it in the air, foul down the right field line. McElveen giving chase. Misses on the over-the-shoulder Willie Mays catch. Was good effort, but could not come up with it. Robbins 2 for 3 on the evening. 1 run scored, also walked. So he's been on base 3 times. Picked up his first stolen base of the year. Fouls that one off the catcher's mitt. Patriots now up to 12 hits. The 0-2 from Oliver. Low, bounces away from the catcher. Palmer, alert, slides into third base on the wild pitch. And now Robbins can score him from third with something other than a base hit. Robbins grounded to short. Bad hop over the shortstop. That'll be a bad hop single into center field. And Oliver picks up another RBI, and the Patriots lead is now 10-5. Cole Hennett steps in with Robbins now at first, and still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Hennett 0 for 2. He has been on base twice via walk, one of those intentional. William Robbins, 3 base hits tonight, an RBI, 2 runs scored, was also on base on a walk, so he's been on base 4 times. The 2-2 from Oliver to Hennett. Robbins running, pitch is fouled at the plate. We'll do the full count pitch all over again. Robbins not running this time. Hennett swings and misses. And there's 1 down in the Patriots 7th. Trey Chapman comes to the plate, the first baseman, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. He was also walked in the 2nd inning. So very productive night for the senior first baseman. Hits that into center field. Sproul going back, it's over his head. Off the wall. Robbins rounding third, he's being waved. He will score standing up, and Trey Chapman delivers the RBI double. And the Patriots now lead 11-5. And that will bring about another Claflin pitching change. We'll break for 30 seconds, come back and tell you who the new Panther pitcher is. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. And the new Claflin pitcher is number 30, Jamal Devine, a junior right-hander, 6 foot, 170 pounds, out of Decatur, Georgia, and Columbia High School. On the season, Devine will be making his 8th appearance. He has made 1 start, an 0-1 record, a 10.45 ERA. He's thrown 10 1/3 innings, allowed 21 hits, 16 runs, 12 of them earned. He's fanned 6 and walked 8. And he becomes the 8th Claflin pitcher of the night as the Patriots bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning, leading 11-5. 4 runs in here in the bottom of the 7th, as the Patriots have been able to put a little bit of distance between themselves and the Panthers. Your pitchers of record to this point are still the starters. Lefty Aaron Perry is on the hook for Claflin, while Austin Roseberry, the freshman righty, looks to pick up his 3rd victory of the 2018 campaign. So Devine will face the Patriot third baseman, Alex Griffith. Griffith, 2 for 3, a single, an RBI double, and a walk. Trey Chapman is the runner on second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hitting the air on the right side. McElveen giving chase down the line. For the right fielder, Langston comes in, makes the catch as he calls off the second baseman. So Devine gets Griffith on 1 pitch. There are now 2 outs with Chapman still on second base, and the DH T. Dubose bats. Dubose 1 for 3, an RBI single in the first. He walked his last plate appearance in the 6th inning. Count out 1-1 to Dubose. Dubose, a management major out of Sumter, South Carolina, and Sumter High School, and USC Sumter before coming to Francis Marion. Some of the Sea of Red crowd here at Sparrow Stadium is thinned out as we approach the 3-hour mark tonight's ball game. Ball's hit hard to right field. Langston going back. That's going to be over his head. Off the wall on the fly. Dubose cruises into second, and he's got a 2-out RBI double. And the Patriots lead 12-5. Stephen Cox, the left fielder, now steps in. Cox 1 for 4. As the Patriots have blown this one open with 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Claflin had closed within 7-5 with a single run in the top half of this frame. But the Patriots have scored 5 runs here in the bottom half. Francis Marion 12 runs on 15 hits. They've committed 1 error. Claflin 5 runs on 7 hits with no errors. Cox nearly takes out FMU head coach Art Avenant down in the third base coaching box. And Avenant able to skip his way out of harm. That particular play may be discussed later on in the team huddle following the game. The 2-1 from Devine to Cox. Called strike 2. Dubose the runner on second. Count goes full to Cox. Patrick Jackson would be next if the inning is extended. Langston coming in, right fielder, camps underneath it, makes the catch for the third out. But the Patriots plate 5 in the bottom of the 7th. Francis Marion leads Claflin 12-5. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. And the new Francis Marion pitcher as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Number 26, sophomore right-hander Sam High. 6'3", 200 pounds from Lincolnton, North Carolina, out of West Lincoln High School. High, the normal number 1 starter for the Patriots on the weekend, probably will just throw 1 inning tonight. He's making his 11th appearance, his first in relief. 1-2 record, 6.91 ERA. In 43 innings, he's allowed 48 hits, 36 runs, 33 of those earned. He's fanned 48 and walked 17, and opponents are batting .281 against him. He will face the 5, 6, and 7 batters in the Claflin order. First of those, first baseman Eric McElveen. McElveen 0 for 3, but he did reach on a strikeout wild pitch and scored a run in the second inning. Ground ball to Palmer, who stays in the game at shortstop. His throw to Chapman at first, and McElveen is retired. That'll bring to the plate Craig Hopkins, left fielder. Marion native went deep with a 2-run shot in the second inning. Line drive onto Harlan Hawkins' drive beyond the right field fence. Again, the Patriots would like to send out get well wishes to Mark Hazelton, Florence Morning News sports writer, and the FMU beat writer, who's recuperating at home. Mark, we want you to get well and get back out to the ballpark. Two-one from High to Hopkins. Misses low, ball 3. Other than Palmer, the new shortstop, the Patriot defense remains the same. The full count pitch from Sam High to Craig Hopkins. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Hopkins steps out. As the sun has gone down and the clouds have exited, we've lost 13 degrees off our game time starting temperature of 77 degrees. And High misses High with his full count offering. And Hopkins is on first with a one-out walk. Harold Smith, the DH, steps in. Smith, 1 for 3. His one hit was a single. Grounded to Palmer at short, to Palmer at second, to Chapman at first, and the 6-4-3 double play ends the Panther top of the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Francis Marion leads Claflin 12-5. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Back in Florence, the new Claflin pitcher, number 8, Eric Dubose, a junior right-hander, 6'2", 180 pounds, out of Darlington, South Carolina. Transfer from Coker College. For the season, Dubose making his 12th appearance. He has made 2 starts, has a 1-3 record, 6.56 ERA. In 23 1/3 innings, he's allowed 35 hits, 21 runs, 17 of those earned, 16 strikeouts, and 12 walks. And he becomes the 9th Claflin pitcher as the Patriots prepare to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And leading off will be the second baseman, Patrick Jackson. Jackson with a chance at Patriots single game history here tonight. He has walked 4 times tonight. That is 1 shy of the single game record. He fanned in his 5th plate appearance tonight. So 0 for 1, but he's been on base 4 times, scored twice. Jackson, a sophomore from Hendersonville, North Carolina, East Henderson High School. It's a marketing major. Takes called strike 1. Dubose hits the outside corner, and he's ahead in the count, 2 strikes. Jackson hits in the air to center field. Spurl over it, under it, makes the catch, and Jackson will remain just one shy of the school record for walks at 4. Got a pinch hitter stepping in as Gage Taylor was able to extend his hitting streak to 20 games last at bat. Pinch hitting for him now will be freshman Nikki Winterstein. Winterstein, 6 foot, 185 pounds, from Columbia, product of Cardinal Newman High School. Taylor finished the night 1 for 5. Winterstein on the season batting .238. This is his 13th appearance. He does have 2 RBIs. This will be his 6th pinch hitting appearance. He is 1 for 5 previous. The 1-2 from Dubose. Outside corner called strike 3, and Nikki Winterstein is quickly down. We'll bring up Justin Palmer. Palmer with the 2-run pinch hit double back in the 7th inning. And the Patriots broke the game open with 5 runs. Palmer upped his average to 182. While also collecting his first RBIs of the season. Top of the 9th over in Newberry, and the Wolves lead USC Aiken 9-4 in the out-of-town scoreboard. Palmer sharp grounder to second. Gets through the second baseman, and Palmer will reach on the E4. It's hard hit, but Parnell olayed it at second base rather than getting in front of it. Patriots have a runner on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and Will Robbins will bat. Robbins, 3 for 4, 1 RBI and 2 runs scored. Grounds it to Parnell, this time in front of it, flips to second for the force, and the Patriots are done here in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the 9th. Francis Marion leads Claflin 12-5. You're listening to the Patriots Sports Network. Couple of changes as we head to the ninth inning. Cole Hinnett has moved from right field to the mound for the Patriots. Nicky Winterstein, who pinch hit, stays in the game and will play right. And Henry Davis IV is the new center fielder for the Patriots as he takes the position vacated by Gage Taylor. Hinnett will be making his 10th appearance on the mound. He's made one start, 2-3 record with a 7.82 ERA. In 12 2/3 innings, he's allowed 16 hits, 14 runs, 11 of those earned, struck out 8, walked 9, and opponents are batting .308 against him. He will face the 8, 9, and 1 batters in the Claflin order here in the top of the ninth. Third baseman Malik James will lead off for the Panthers. He entered the game as a defensive replacement. This will be his first trip to the plate. James, a sophomore, 6 foot, 190 pounds, from Atlanta, Georgia. One count now to James. Hinnett with the called strike 2. Swung on and missed, and James is a strikeout victim here in the top of the ninth. That'll bring up a pinch hitter for the catcher, Brown. Pinch hitter is Clyde Parker, a junior, 6'1", 180 pounds, from Beaufort, South Carolina, a product of Battery Creek High School. He's batting for Brown. Brown went 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Brown bats from the right side. And it just misses. Count now 2-1. That one's lined into center field. Parker with the hit it right back where it came from mentality, and he's on base with a loud single. Flips the order, and Jonathan Parnell the second. Panther second baseman will bat. Parnell 1 for 3, a single and a walk. The media center crew producing the game tonight. Looking forward to possible game-ending double play here as we've long passed the 3-hour mark of tonight's ball game. Parnell lines that one down toward the ticket office. Count now 1-2. Misses inside, count now 2-2. Parker, the runner, on first with 1 out here in the top of the ninth inning. Patriots looking to close out the Panthers in this non-conference contest. 2-2 from Hennett. Parnell fouls it off again. That's hit in the air to center field. That's going to drop in front of Davis. The Panthers have back-to-back singles here in the top of the ninth. And that brings to the plate the dangerous Darrell Langston. Langston struck out in the first, singled and scored in the third, tripled and scored in the fifth, and reached on an error by the shortstop in the seventh on a ball that was hit extremely hard. Made a couple of nice plays out in the outfield as well, stolen a base. Swung on a miss. Hennett with the high cheese. Count now 1-1. That's hit in the air to right center. Shallow. Winterstein with the diving effort cannot come up with it. The runners had to hold to see if the ball was caught, so everybody just moves up one base, and so the bases are loaded as Langston has his third hit of the evening. We'll bring up the shortstop, Graylin Fowler. Fowler 1 for 2. His one hit was a single, but he has sacrifice flies in each of his last 2 plate appearances. So he's got 2 RBIs on the evening. He takes ball 1. Claflin has now reached double figures in hits with 10. Grounded to Palmer, short, to Jackson, to Chapman. Game over. So the Patriots close it out with the 6-4-3 double play. And we will wrap this up. The final line score: Francis Marion 12 runs on 15 hits with 1 error. Claflin 5 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. The winning pitcher, Austin Roseberry, the freshman, improves to 3-1. The losing pitcher, Claflin starter Aaron Perry, he drops to 0-4. Time of the game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. We will bring up the top hitters for Francis Marion. William Robbins, the catcher, and Trey Chapman, the 2 seniors, both had 3 hits. Chapman with 4 RBIs, Robbins with 1. Gabe Taylor extended his hitting streak to 20 games, 5th longest in Patriot history. Other Patriots with 2 hits tonight: T. Dubose, Alex Griffith, and C.J. Mackinson. For Claflin, let's see. As we mentioned, Darrell Langston, the right fielder, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored. And the left fielder, Craig Hopkins, with a 2-run home run for the Panthers. Mackinson also left the yard for the Patriots. So the final score: Francis Marion 12, Claflin 5. The Panthers return to Orangeburg, where they will host a 3-game SIAC series with Albany State beginning Friday with a doubleheader at 6 o'clock. Francis Marion will host UNC Pembroke for a 3-game Peach Belt Conference series beginning here Friday at 6 o'clock. That will also continue Saturday at 2 and Sunday at 1. Patriot Sports Network will be back on the air Friday night at 6 o'clock for that contest. We'd like to thank the Media Center staff, Stacy Davis, the director tonight, albeit not as happy because she's a Claflin alum. Also Caleb Reeves, who also was in the director's chair some tonight, Tyrell Rowell, Jacob Suggs, Deontay Hemingway, and Courtney Page. For the Patriot Sports Network, I'm Michael Hopkins signing off. Your final, Francis Marion 12, Claflin 5. Have a good evening.